You need to unlock the location settings so that I can turn tracking off. Since you have failed to supply me with the proper medical supplies for my time, this time will not count and you will need to make it up to me as well as come to me in the event of failure. This is documented as well as the failure to remove the tracking device and failure to supply clothing. You have been unable to locate a very important medical alert bracelet for weeks now and told me to take you to court over the cost. I will not remove the location on a medical device that will cost $1,200 to replace that I own. You were given clothes when the custody switched, even though it is not my responsibility to clothe the children during your time. You also have plenty of Dexcom sensors, as you refused to give me the supplies required when custody switched and said you were set. The sensor was changed yesterday and worked perfectly. There have been no clothes provided, and it is your responsibility as primary caregiver to provide that. Those are my clothes you gave to me, and I have no sensors at all. In the event something happens, it will be your fault that I have no supplies. And I don't want to hear your excuses for why you feel the need to track and stalk me. I don't know how your wife feels okay with her husband being so obsessed with his ex. And I guarantee you that if something happens this weekend, I have all the documentation I need to show it is from your neglect, and there will be changes coming quick in custody. You have no idea. Especially since I know you were causing her high readings from your phone to happen when I had her. Your delusions, while laughable, are noted. Enjoy your weekend with the kids. How was your weekend with Mom? The worst. All we did was pack boxes and move. What do you mean move? Mom said someone lied to important people and made it so that we had to move out of her house. She said they were giving us a bigger house, but it's the same size. I didn't know your mom was moving. Yup. She said she turned off the location services on sister's device because you were stalking her and she didn't feel safe with you knowing her address. Oh, so are you all still sharing a room? No, me and sister are sharing, and the baby is with Mom and her husband. What about your stepbrother and stepsister? He sleeps on a recliner in the living room. But she doesn't live with us anymore. I wish she still did, though. Did she move back in with her mom? No, Mom packed up all of her stuff and took it to her grandma's house. She lives there now. Mom said it was because she talked back too much and she didn't want to deal with it. Her dad didn't really care either. I hope she comes back to see us soon, though. I really like playing with her. I'm sure she is only visiting for a while. No. Mom said she has to stay there from now on because she is rude and disrespectful. She wasn't rude, though. She just said she didn't like it when Mom yelled at her. I'm sorry. I know that must make you sad. Yeah, it does. It also scares me because Mom says I'm rude all the time. And what if she decides she doesn't want to deal with me anymore soon too and I never get to see? When I began telling the Helen and Michael series, we planned to end after Michael was granted primary residency. Since there was so many new developments, the submitters and I have spoken and decided that we would continue to tell the story until we come to present-day events. We will continue the Helen and Michael series and follow along as Michael waits to go back to court to fight for supervised visitations. Updates will come sporadically, so make sure you are following so you don't miss anything. Currently, Michael is waiting for his next court date. He is seeking attorney's fees, a clause that specifically states Helen is not able to claim either child on taxes, child support enforcement, and a severe reduced parenting time. Daughter has been over 200 for the last 10 hours. What is going on? I didn't want to wake her up. She's fine. I just need to change her pot out. Do you not get that if her sugar gets too high she might not wake up? Or do you just not care? Well, she woke up. Clearly it wasn't life or death. She's been awake for 3 hours and is perfectly fine. If she's been awake that long, why hasn't the pot been changed? I'm about to change it. Chill out. If this happens again, I will come up there take her to seek medical attention. It's time to get your sheet together, Helen. Skip the dramatics, Michael. I don't care to hear it. The pod is changed, and you aren't interrupting my time. Stop being so— Wow. It's been a whole day and daughter has been in range at least 60% of the time. Do we think Helen is actually the one watching the kids? I spoke to daughter and son earlier, and they're definitely with Helen. I'm amazed. Is this going to be her trying to prove that she deserves custody back because she finally figured out that diabetes was a thing? Who knows, but this shows that she is fully capable of managing her diabetes but chooses not to on a regular basis. I'm thankful she might be getting it together, but it's a little too late. Don't worry, I'm sure she will be back to her regularly scheduled bullshit by tomorrow. You know she can't keep it together for too long. I know. 1 week is way too long for her to have them. I cannot wait until we get back in front of the judge. So for my official vacation time with the kids, I just thought I would let you know I plan to take them out of state to visit my mother across the country. We will be staying with her. You are not allowed to take them out of state without permission, and I am not comfortable with you taking them that far. So you are fine with preventing the kids from having a relationship with my side of the family? You think that's healthy? I would never want to prevent a relationship between your family and the kids. With daughter's condition, I'm not comfortable with her being that far away from her medical team. Clearly, I'm able to handle my own child for a week. She has been perfectly fine with me for almost a week now. She has had one decent day with you, after a history of consistently dangerous levels. I'm sorry, but I am not. When was the last time the kids went to the dentist? They both went in February. Son has an appointment next month to have a tooth extracted because there is a permanent tooth growing in behind it. And why exactly was I not informed of their appointments or asked if I was okay with son having oral surgery? You were informed of their original appointment. I did not seek your approval for the extraction because I have sole custody, and this is a necessary matter, not a cosmetic procedure. It isn't about approval. It is about being there for our kids. I'm sure Adrienne was the one to actually take them and decide that son needed surgery, and not you. That's the real reason I wasn't notified. I made all decisions. She will be taking them to their well visits next month if you would like to attend those and supervise her. I am hearing from my children that you were not in attendance at the dentist visit. So are our children liars? Adrienne transported the children to the appointment for a routine dental cleaning. When it was discovered that son would need a tooth extracted, I was called and I made the decision to schedule the appointment. You would know all of this if you chose to attend. I don't need your lies, Michael. I have no reason to lie. Everything I told you is easily verifiable. Unlike you, I take our children's health seriously in all aspects. As their primary parent, it is your responsibility to ensure I am fully aware of all appointments and able to attend. You wanted to be the primary parent, and yet you can't do this. You were notified. I am not your secretary or babysitter, and I will not chase you down to ensure you show up. Child support enforcement? Really, Michael? Why am I getting contacted by the child support office saying I owe you back pay? I am not working. I don't owe you child support. You are capable of working. Either way, you still have an obligation to contribute to supporting the children, even if you are only ordered to pay $9 a week. Once again, I am not working. You wanted to take the kids from me, remember? You wanted to be in charge of everything. Their financial cost lands on you as well now. If you need my money to take care of the kids, then you clearly aren't as well off as you claim to be. Just give them back. It's your choice. But the state will go after you if you refuse to pay. I'm speechless, Michael. Speechless. I may just pass out right here, right now. What happened? Is something wrong? Oh, something happened, all right. We just got a notification that there is a pending deposit through the state for child support. Is this what it feels like to be a gold digger? She actually paid something. What did she pay? A whole $40. Honestly, the generosity is overwhelming. I may just quit my job and live off of her dime. You know, I felt guilty at first because I know they struggle financially. But after she committed how many types of fraud, I don't feel any pity anymore. Well, we will make sure not to spend it all in one place. Or we could order in for dinner. Michael will need to take the children to their well visit because I will not be able to attend to supervise. Please have him contact me with the new appointment date. I am already at the appointment with the children. I will give you updates. Well, you can update the office of my request and have them contact me or their father to reschedule. Then you can transport them home, as that is your only job right now. I am sorry, but my husband requested that I take them to their appointment. You were given the opportunity to come. I will not be delaying their care because you are unable to attend. No response for hours? Don't forget that my kids do not care about you whatsoever. They know you aren't their mother, and they know you are nobody to them. You think you can replace me, but you can't. You're just a baby. Hey, did you bring me supplies? I am all out. No, we just gave you supplies last visitation. You should have plenty. Well, like I said, I am out. As her custodial parent, it is your responsibility to ensure that I have what I need to properly care for daughter's diabetes. You should have asked if I needed supplies before driving all this way. All I have left are the correction shots for after she eats. I need pods and a Dexcom. You should have 3 pods left and 1 Dexcom. I am not able to turn around and drive 3 hours each way to bring you supplies you should already have. Her Dexcom is good until next week. And her pod does not need to be changed until Sunday night. I don't need you to track the supplies you think I have. I need you to be a parent and make sure I have what I need. Let me be the first to tell you that I am very excited with the progress I am seeing. Daughter's A1C levels are trending down wonderfully. We have been working very hard at keeping her in range. Her stepfather and I have been on top of everything. As you all know, A1C is a 3-month average, so it has definitely been a combined effort. But at our first appointment together in October, her A1C was at a 7.9. It came down to a 6.7 in January. And now we are at a 6.1. Whatever changed during October that got her under control, keep it up. We want to see her under a 6, but the fact that she is dropping is good news for long-term health. I do see her numbers are unusually high on the weekends though. It is important to keep an eye on her numbers even when she wants to have fun on the weekends. Alright kids, I will see you in a few weeks. Michael, be careful driving them back to your house. You aren't going to get them tomorrow. No, it's my birthday. Exactly. It says in the order that we each have them on our birthdays. I have plans, Michael. I'm not going to drop my plans because you want to ruin my birthday celebration. And you never even asked me if I wanted to pick them up. Okay, kids, go get in the car, please. I'll be there in 1 minute. Helen, you are the one who wanted that clause included in the order. I did not need to ask you if you wanted to get them, because it is your ordered time. Just like I don't ask you if you are getting them on your weekends. I'm not canceling my plans, and I am not wasting my time driving to get them. I don't know why you have to try and ruin everything for me. Guess what came in the mail while you were gone? Is it good news? I need some good news. The letter from the IRS stating that our refund was accepted with the children included. They received our evidence that we are the ones who get to claim the children and accepted it. I wonder if Helen knows, and that's why she was being that way after the appointment. Well, that is what the attorney was waiting for us to receive before we could file contempt. I will call the attorney now and get the ball in motion then. This, on top of the continued medical neglect and lack of basic hygiene and necessities for the kids, has got to be enough to at least put her on supervised visits. At least. Lord, I hope so.